Hello guys, you're welcome to class. This is EDU-SOLUTION. This is what we do. We help you provide answers to every of the questions. So for today, we are still treating physics. We have the topic projectile. So like I said in my previous video, if you have any question, whether it's the topic we are doing currently and is even not the topic, just go to the comment section, drop your questions there. And of course, as God help us, I'll provide answers to them. So we are having projectile. Projectile is a very beautiful topic. So, and within a short time, we are done with it. So, if we talk about projectile, you will ask, what do you understand by projectile? It's not difficult. Of course, in your SS1, 4 types of motion were introduced to you, which are translational motion, rotational motion, oscillatory motion, random motion. You know all of this. But projectile was not mentioned. Okay, that's for SS1. Now in SS2, that's when we talk about projectile, which is any object which, when it is given an initial velocity, it subsequently follows a path that is determined by the gravitational influence of the environment and the frictional resistance. I know that's big grammar. Let's go to the board. This is what we are saying. Okay. Let's doing it like this. So this is what we are saying, that someone is here. Okay. Someone is here. The person fired a catapult. There's a stone in the catapult, fired a catapult. Of course, let's assume a bird was here. The person was trying to aim at this bird, so the stone possibly was not able to get. Our goal is not whether he kills the bird or not. So the stone, when he fired the catapult from here, when he released the stone, so it's going to take this path. It will get to a particular height and then it will return back to the ground again. So this is the path that it will take. Okay. Of course, the velocity with which it was fired is what we call v. And then this is our maximum height, which is h. And then this is from here. Let me clean this part. So from here to this place is our range, which is arrow. Okay. So this is what we are saying. A projectile is any object which, when it is given an initial velocity, means you give it an initial velocity to, let's assume, catapult. So when it is fired, it follows a path that is determined by the gravitational influence. So it depends on the force of gravity that we tell it is going to follow here, or it's going to follow here, or it's going to be higher. You get it now? So it always leaves this projection plane and hits the projection plane again. So that is all what projectile is talking about. So now in projectile, there are terminologies that we use in projectile. One is, I won't be majoring on those areas. Okay. One is the time of flight, which is talking about the time it takes for the projectile to return back to the plane of projection. Then number 2 is maximum height, which is what we represent by this h here. So that's the highest vertical distance attained as measured from this horizontal plane. That's maximum height. And then we have range, which is the horizontal distance, that is from this point of projection to the point where it hits the projection plane again. So the distance between here and here is our range, while here to this point is our maximum height, while the time it takes to cover from here down to this place is our what? Time of flight. So these are the basic formula we use for solving in this particular topic. So let me bring them out. We have the first one, number 1. We have time of flight, which is equal to 2u sine theta over g. We have number 2. We have maximum height, which is h, is equal to, sometimes you can write h maximum, it's the same thing, which is u squared sine squared theta over 2g. And then finally we have range is equal to u squared sine 2 theta over g. Please don't confuse this one, sine squared theta and sine 2 theta. They are not the same thing. So please take note of that. So when you are doing your calculation, be very careful when you are doing that. And also, there is another formula, which is that t is equal to u sine theta over g. This formula is the same thing as this. This is where we are getting this one from. This one that we have here, look at this diagram. In WAEC or NECO, you may be asked to represent, I think there are questions like that. I think it even happened this year. Yes. So there are questions like that. You may be asked to represent the motion of a projectile. This is what you have. This is what I've just done. Okay. Now, the time, if I fire a catapult, the time it takes to move from here to this maximum height is what we have here. That's the time it takes to get to the maximum height. Okay. Why this T here is the total time taken. That is the time it takes to move from here down to the time it takes to get to the projection plane again. So that means we can say that that the time of flight, which is T, is equal to 2T. This T is the time it takes to move from here to this maximum height, which is this point. So the time again it takes to move from here to this place again is another T, giving us 2T. So if we use this 2 to multiply this expression, we have this one again. You can see that this and this are both the same thing. Okay, so I think from here we are good to go. So I think lastly, there is another question you may come across with, or there's another concept you may come across with, where you talk about maximum range. Okay, at maximum, let me just write it this way: at maximum, okay, we have that arrow maximum is equal to u squared over g. This is what we are talking about. That this expression here and this one, yes, are both the same thing. So, sorry, this one and this one, they are both the same thing. This is range, this is maximum range. It is maximum here because theta in this place is 45. So, at maximum, theta is equal to 45 degrees. And if theta is 45 degrees, if we put it into this value, we are going to have 90. 2 times 45 is going to give us 90. And sine 90 is 1. 1 multiply this, you have u squared again. So you can see this and this are both the same thing. So I'm going to take a question and then we use any of these formula to solve it. So meanwhile, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please do so. And also invite your friends so as for us to win together. Okay. So we're having question number 2. The range of the target is found to be 20 kilometers. A shell leaves a gun with a velocity of 500 meters per second. What must be the angle of elevation of the gun if the ground is level? They gave us G to be 10 meters per second squared. So, like I have always been telling you that in physics, so as not to be confused, like students don't know the formula to use. So when you have any question, the first thing you do is to what? Bring out the parameter. So that's what we are doing right away. So let's go. So we're having that, if you check the question, that the range of a target. So I thought about range, which is equal to u squared sine 2 theta over g. So this is the formula for range. So now the question is saying the range, that means arrow here is equal to what we have here, which is 20. The range of a target is found to be, so that means I have arrow is equal to 20 kilometers. So don't forget, this is not the unit, we convert to the real unit, which is what? Meters. So we are having 20,000 meters. Okay, let's go again. A shell leaves a gun with a velocity of 500. So that means from here, the velocity u is equal to 500 meters. So now we are using this formula, and that's all. So they gave us g is equal to 10 meters per second squared. So all we just need to do, okay, no need, I've written the formula here already. So let's just plug in the values. So we are having arrow is 20,000 is equal to u is 500. We take the square of it, 500 squared, and then we have sine 2 theta, yes, over 10. So when we cross multiply from here, this times this, 20,000 times 10 is going to give us 200,000 is equal to 500 squared. So that's 25,000 sine 2 theta. Okay. Now from here we'll make sine 2 theta, so that the formula will have sine 2 theta is equal to 200,000 divided by 250,000. Yes. So if we divide this, I think this cancels this. Canceling out. 20 here we have 4. 20 here we have 5. Okay, so we're having sine 2 theta is equal to 4 over 5. So 4 over 5, I think, is going to give us 8.0. Yes, is it 8.0? 0.8, sorry. 0.8. So that I have sine 2 theta is equal to 0.8. So we make 2 theta, so the formula we have 2 theta is equal to sine inverse of 0.8. So we're having 2 theta is equal to 53.13. Yes. So don't forget, what we are looking for is not 2 theta, it's theta. So we have to divide. But theta is equal to 53.13 divided by 2. So finally, we are having, so we have 26 point, this is 5/6, let's just put this 6 degrees. So that is it. So this is our answer to this beautiful question. So if you have any issue, any area that you are still confused, so please just go to the comment section and then notify me. I will do justice to that. Mind you, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please do that, so that, and also turn on the notification bell so that you'll be one of the first that receives any information that we are dropping on our channel. So have a nice day. See you next time.